Yu-Gi-Oh! An incredibly complex card game with tens of thousands of cards. However, what if each set was separated from the rest of the massive card pool and your choices when building a deck were extremely limited? In this series, in order to learn Yu-Gi-Oh! From the ground up, I will be embarking on an adventure through the history of the card game with Jeexx. In each episode, we will have access to all the cards in a select product, and using only the cards in that product, both of us will build a deck before playing a best of 3 match to determine the winner of the episode. We will move in a chronological order in the series, and with each new episode, we will forget the cards of the past in order to experience something brand new. We hope you enjoyed this adventure through Yu-Gi-Oh! And its evolution with us. Welcome to the historic Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning journey. What is up, ladies and fellas, and welcome back to the historic Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning journey, and we are back with Dragons of Legend as well as ARENT. So, with all that being said, let's get right to it, and I'll try to keep this one swift. So, first and foremost, Dragons of Legend is like a... I wonder what it would be like, more akin to, I guess, like a dual terminal hidden arsenal. Like, it's one of these like weird sets, but weird in a cool way. That was the worst explanation I could ever give. Anyways, we have Career Bandit here for your excavation needs. It's actually generically pretty decent in a lot of decks. Obviously, you need to win until the end phase, and it costs you your normal summon, but still getting to excavate top 3 and getting 4 of those to the grave and getting a spell trap to your hand is really good still. Then we have some new Dark Magician stuff in Amulet Dragon and Dark Magician Girl Dragon Knight. I have Timaeus used to summon those. We have some Guardian stuff here, and one of the few core cards here is Soldier. One of the craziest cards ever printed in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! A normal spell that spell summons any number of monster in your grave, and you lose 1000 LP for each monster summoned with Soul Charge, and you cannot conduct their battle phase turn you activate this, but it's insane. Being able to summon up to 6 monsters from your grave with a single spell, just paying 5 or 6 life points, is insane. But the position also pretty good, just has 2 good effects slapped onto it. We have some new Blackwing stuff here as well. Wiretap, actually a really good trap, where when a trap is activated, negate the activation. Instead of sending it to the grave, you shuffle it back into the deck, which is pretty neat. We have some train stuff, but trains don't become a thing until way later. Really relevant though, Fire Hand and Ice Hand. Prominence and Magic Hand are way less relevant, but Fire Hand and Ice Hand are really good. So both of them have kind of similar effects, where when they are destroyed by your opponent's card and sent to the grave, Fire Hand pops a monster, and then if you pop a monster, you get to spell summon an Ice Hand from your deck, and Ice Hand does the same, but for spell traps. Further note that you need to do the first effect in order to be able to spell a hand, but still like being able to just like go constantly, keep popping stuff if your opponent has it, and get more monsters out that also have a decent stat line is pretty damn good. No once per turns to be seen. And then ARENT, a really crazy Astral Pack. I feel like there's a lot of good stuff in here. Right off the bat, like we have Dandelion, but Maxi obviously insanely good. We have stuff for previously seen archetypes, Consecrated Light there as well. Unfortunately, in the set where we have the couple cool Dark Magician support cards there as well. Crimson Bladers there if you want to go for Synchro, Soul Drain, Morphing Jar 2, Magical Merchant, Falsidina, Pachycephalo, sorry. I always thought this was Polycephalo, but I guess Pachycephalo. And Reasoning and Black Garden there as well. Reasoning obviously being really good if your deck can use it. But I'm excited to start a new sort of these like side adventures on another weird set, and it'll be interesting to see what we cook up with this. So I will see y'all right after this with the deck breakdowns.
Alrighty then. Dragons of Legend. We're doing Dragons of Legend with ARENT. My entire deck was basically constructed in a manner where I just looked at the set and decided, these are good cards, I'm going to put these in so that I can actually play game 1. And then game 2, I have a gimmicky game plan that I hope will go off, that will probably allow me to break any board. This is, I go first, I play turn 3 deck. So, something like, I mean, I guess Traptrix in this era, and well, as a whole, kind of. I'm playing Assault Dogs, specifically because Assault Dogs summon themselves onto the field so that you'll have materials for rank 4s on turn 3. I'm playing Orochi the Squall. It allows me to summon itself if I have a Black Wing on the field and change a monster's battle position when I use it for Synchro material. Construction Training Signal Red allows me to prevent an attack from destroying a monster and also like gives me a rank 3 material. Fire Hand allows me to summon Ice Hand when I pop a monster on the field when it gets destroyed, and that means I have another rank 4 material next turn. Ice Hand allows me to do the same for Fire Hand, but I have to destroy a Spell Trap. Mathematician, when this card is normal summoned, I can dump a level 4 or lower monster from my deck to the graveyard, and in this case it might always be Plague Spitter, because that allows me to go directly into a level 5, which in this case will be Magical Android, or I think this doesn't require, yeah, or Graham the Shining Star. It also has the ability when this card is destroyed by battle and sits at the graveyard, you can draw one card. Plague Spitter, we don't need to talk about Plague Spitter. We've already talked about this guy many times. Prominence Hand, if you control a magic, fire, or ice hand, you can special summon this card from your hand. We should make a rule where every single card that mentions hand in their card text allows you to have access to hands. That would be kind of funny, don't you think, guys? Then we have Soul Charge, which my entire deck relies upon. Like, the whole crux of the deck is having Soul Charge. Target any number of monsters in your graveyard and special summon them, and if you do, lose 1000 life points for each monster special summoned by this effect. You cannot conduct your battle phase this turn, the turn you activate this effect, or this card. You can only activate one Soul Charge per turn. I have 3 of them in here, and it's banned, as you can probably see. It used to be a 1, it was still broken as fuck, so it got banned because it's still broken as fuck. And I don't think I need to explain why summoning 5 monsters for the cost of 5000 life points is broken. Like, we also have Dimension Fusion, and we also have Return from the Different Dimension. Cards that are both banned because they allow you to fill your field for fairly cheap. And I think Soul Charge is a quote-unquote fixed version of Dimension Fusion in a way, but instead of it summoning from the... Like, if this was just from near Banished Zone, this would be fine. Like, no, not fine. This would be a lot less egregious of a card as it is now, because summoning from your graveyard is so, like, sending cards to your graveyard is so much easier than dumping them into the banished zone. So it just makes it feel like they went and looked at Dimension Fusion, Return from the Different Dimension, and thought, how do we fix this? And then they didn't fix it because they forgot that graveyards are a lot easier to fill. And then we have Black Sonic, which I don't even know what it does. I think it's a Mirror Force. If you have a Blackwing monster, yeah, banish all face attack booster monster your opponent controls. Yeah, and if you have 3, you can activate from your hand. Shooting Star, if a Stardust monster is on the field, target 1 card on the field and destroy that target. These are all from the set. I'm not going to be playing these. These are going to get setted out immediately. Then we have the cards from... Sorry. Big yawn. Then we have the cards from outside the set. You have Shura of the Blue Flame. Shura the Blue Flame, not of the Blue Flame. Who is here because... Well, Blackwings. I'm playing Blackwings because they're a super easy way to go into Synchro monsters. And they're also capable of fairly easily, like, summoning either more stuff out with Shura, for example. I'm playing 2 copies of Shura right now because I don't think I wanted more copies of cards like Gale the Whirlwind, and well, I wanted more copies of Giant Rat because Giant Rat goes into Assault Dog, or well, Mathematician, although Mathematician doesn't really do anything. But I think overall, if I change something now, I would probably take out 3 copies of Bazoo and add a Shura, like right now. But I don't think I'm gonna do that. Because we've already played the game. Kayfabe ruined, guys. Kayfabe ruined. But yeah, Sure, the Blue Flame. Vayu, the Emblem of Honor. I think we didn't see this card be played yet. I'm not entirely sure right now. This face-up card cannot be used as Synchro material, which is kind of weird because it's tuner, right? If this card is in the graveyard, you can target 1 non-tuner Blackwing monster in your graveyard and banish both this card and that target. If you do, special summon 1 Blackwing Synchro monster from your extra deck, whose level equals the total levels of the banished monsters, but its effect is negated. So basically, if you have this and Shura in the graveyard, you can summon Graham. Or if you have this guy and, well, one of your other Blackwing Synchros in the graveyard, you can do a bigger climb. Oh yeah. Then we have Zephyros the Elite, which is a really strong card for like rank 4 plays, which is why I put it in here, because it allows you to go for rank 4s, it allows you to go for synchro plays. I think this card is generally like fairly powerful for the format that we're playing in, especially because it allows you to like reuse certain cards that you might want to have on the field. In this case, I don't really have anything like that. You could argue that I could summon Zephyros by bouncing Construction Train Signal Red and then using Construction Train Signal Red next turn again, or something like that, or bouncing Mathematician back to my hand to dump Plague Spreader next turn, because I could go Mathematician, dump Zephyros, summon Zephyros, make rank 4. Or if I have Plague Spreader in the graveyard, put card on the top of my deck and then make rank 6, level 6. I think there's a lot of potential with Zephyros, Plague Spreader, and Mathematician in this set. Then we have Gallus the Star Beast, which allows me to summon itself if I reveal the top card of my deck and send it to the graveyard. If it is I reveal this card and then send the top card of my deck to the graveyard. And if it's a monster, I inflict damage to my opponent equal to its level times 200, and I special summon this card. And otherwise, you destroy this card. Giant Rat is in here just for filler. No other reason. Like I could get it because I had Giant Hand in here, and I had Giant Red Hand. I could get Giant Rat because of it. Then Bazoo is in here because it has Soul in its name, and I thought that was funny because Soul Eater and Soul Charge. But yeah. Then we have Gale the Whirlwind, because, well, if you're fucking playing Black Wings, of course you're gonna be playing Gale. right? Like, it's like the strongest synchro, not synchro, the strongest tuner that you could have access to with Black Wings at the moment. I can't even think of stronger tuners. Well, Blizzard is pretty strong, but because of the fact that it requires you to summon or its effect summons one from the graveyard instead of just like extending your plays from the hand itself, is a little it's a little less appealing to me, at least in this deck. Like, if this was a full Blackwing deck, I would probably rather play at least 2 copies of Blizzard, maybe two, maybe 1, maybe 2, not sure. And then we have the side deck, which is consisting of a Dandelion, because Dandelion, when it gets smelt to the graveyard using the card that we're going to talk about in just a moment, would produce 2 tokens, and then those 2 tokens can be used for synchro plays. Then we have Fossil Dyna Pesiphalak, yeah, this guy. Yeah, I can pronounce that. Yeah, Fossil Dyna. Yeah. Anyhow, this card is one of the most toxic cards you can have in this deck, which is also one of the reasons why it's in here. Because if I feel like I'm not gonna win, I'm losing really hard, I'm gonna summon it with Giant Rat and just sit there looking at my opponent kind of smug, like, "Yep, special summon away, little boy. Good luck." And then we have Magical Merchant. Excavate the top cards from the top of your deck until you excavate a spell or trap, and then add that card from to your hand. Then also send the remaining cards to the graveyard. Important note, we're gonna side out of these 2 for game 2. These are only here for adding Black Rose Dragon and Shooting Star, which is Stardust as an archetype, and any card that has Star in its name. The reason why we're doing this is because, holy fucking shit, we can mill our entire deck, pull a Soul Charge, play a Soul Charge, summon 5, make whatever board we want, and deal with whatever my opponent has on the field. And I think that's going to be interesting. That's going to be not going to be interesting in the long run as a play pattern that you want to do repeatedly, but it's going to be interesting for a single match where I'm going to get to like break my opponent's board every turn 3. Bam. Then we have Graham, which is I think a Shonen Jump promo. Must first be Synchro Summon. It's a generic level 5 Blackwing Synchro, which makes it really good because most Blackwing monsters are not generic. They're usually requiring a Blackwing tuner. And this is the effect of when this card is Synchro Summon, you can spell summon 1 level 4 or lower non-tuner Blackwing monster from your hand, but its effects only get it. The non-tuner part is very important because it's specifically to prevent you from climbing with just Graham. But like, if you happen to have like Orochi and you happen to have a Shura, you could make the argument that, well, that's an easy level 10 monster, for example, which would be fairly doable. But then again, like, you're probably not gonna go for you're not probably going to be using Graham for that synchro play anyhow. But yeah, then we have Brionac in here because we have Ice. We have Ice Hand, so we have Ice Barriers. We know what Brionac does. You discard cards, bound its opponent's cards. Magical Android, during your opponent's end phase, you gain 6... During each of your end phases, gain 600 life points for each psychic type monster you control. It's in here because it's a generic level 5 synchro, and I think we can use that for climbing. And it's in here because we have a Parapsychroid in here, which is a Roid monster, and Roid is a Roid monster as well. Then we have Dragon of the Ice Barrier Trishula, which is again in here because we have Ice Hand. And I think this card is finally gonna actually have some utility. I know it's gonna have some utility, but like kayfabe and all that. We have Sun Honor Arc, Lionheart, and Galaxy Queen. We have Lionheart and Galaxy Queen here because we have access to Orochi the Squall and also Magical Merchant, which are both level 1s. So if I feel like, well, I'm not going to hit Giant Red Hand here. So I'm going to side out a Giant Red Hand. I'm going to put in a Lionheart, for example, and I'm going to side out the Masquerade for the Sun Honor Arc. I think there's a lot of utility that can be had with side decking specific light cards that I would not be able to fit into my extra deck normally because I need to have them in the main extra deck to get access to those specific cards. And this is one of those cases where I'm like budgeting my side deck specifically so that I can have all the archetypes that I want access to, and thus compromising on certain cards in my extra deck, such as forcing me to have Parapsychroid, which is like a completely dead card. This card does absolutely nothing. Now, if I had Instant Fusion, which I could have through, I think it's Final Fusion is in this? Yeah, I'm pretty sure Final Fusion is in this set. Because Final Fusion allows you to have access to any card that, like, of course, has Fusion in its name. And that would include Instant Fusion. It would also include Dimension Fusion, which for, like, if we're being honest, would probably be stronger than Soul Charge if I played, like, a deck that allowed me to summon, like, to dump cards into the Banish Zone. But yeah. For now, I'm not going to go for that. I did consider it at some point, but I decided against it. Black Rose Dragon. When this card is synchro summoned, you can destroy all cards on the field. Once per turn, you can banish one plant monster, yada yada. The main thing is, again, you can destroy all cards in the field. So I go first. Weebfox does his turn. He kills my board. I summon some cards to protect myself. I summon a Plague Spreader. I use my Plague Spreader to go into a 5, and then I climb using the Plague Spreader into, let's say I summon Construction Train Signal Red. I summon Plague Spreader, I synchro those into a 5, and then I summon Plague Spreader again using its own effect, make Black Rose pop field. Go. That's kind of the main goal of the deck, to just keep playing reactively and keep clearing the field and keep forcing my opponent to I hit the microphone. Keep forcing my opponent to create more situations where they have to solve my board state or I have to solve their board state. I think that's gonna be kind of interesting as a dynamic for at least this one match. Silverwind the Ascendant, one Blackwing tuner, 2 or more non-tuner monsters. When this card is synchro summoned, you can target up to 2 face-up monsters on the field with defense lower than this card. This card's attack and destroy those targets. You cannot conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this effect. During each of your opponent's turn, the first Blackwing monster you control that will be destroyed by battle is not destroyed. Blackwing Armed Wing. If this card attacks a defense builder monster, gains 5 attack during damage step only, and also inflicts piercing damage. Armor Master can't be destroyed by battle, and you take no battle damage from card attacks involving this card. And you can attack a card, put a edge counter on it, remove edge counters on cards, and make their attacks and defenses 0 and negate their effects, I think. No, it does not negate their effects. I think that's Black Feather Dragon. Black Feather Dragon has the ability to negate effects. No, it's not black. Oh, Black Wing Dragon. In fact, no, I guess not. Huh. I guess I'm misremembering, because I remember there was one Blackwing card that allowed you to do something like that. But yeah, then we have another copy of Birnak, another copy of Android, Red Dragon Archfiend through Giant Red Hand, and then we have Star Eater through Shooting Star, and then we have Stardust Dragon, because we have Stardust in the set. And then we have Stardust Spark Dragon, because Stardust Spark Dragon came out at this point as a promo. And I feel like Stardust Spark Dragon has more generic utility versus regular Stardust Dragon. Specifically because there's certain situations where your opponent might be like, I am going to kill this card now. And then you go like, no, I activate Stardust Dragon in response to that card's activation. But then let's say your opponent activates something mandatory before that, and you're like, oh, I missed timing, and then you can't do it, right? So instead, now you have Stardust Spark Dragon, which goes like, I'm gonna protect this one card on the field, bada bing, bada boom, and then you can't miss timing. Perfect, really good card, really solid card. The next manga card I think that we're gonna get is Hot Red Dragon Archfiend. Yeah, Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, which is like, this thing as a level 8 is kind of a big step up, honestly. Like, this thing is a very scary level 8 synchro at this point. Then we have Sun Honor Arc. We know what this does. Masquerade negates a monster effect during your opponent's during either player's battle phase. Regardless of when your opponent activates it, you just negate it. Giant Hand. When a monster is activated on your opponent's field, you can attach 2 materials from this card, then target one effect monster your opponent controls while this monster is face up of the field. That negate that effect monster's effect and cannot change its battle position. And then we have Giant Red Hand, because Giant Red Hand is accessible too. Like, playing Giant Red Hand gives me access to hands, giants, and red, and numbers, and number C. I think this card is kind of like insane. Right, that about does it. I'm fairly excited for this set, even though I've already explained that we played this set already. The kayfabe is gone for this set. There's a bunch of things in this deck that I kind of want to change right now, like considering the things that didn't go right in the game itself and that I think would be more interesting. But I think this is a really good match. I hope you enjoy. Good luck with the games.
And guys and gals, we are back with the deck, and if you haven't figured it out already, I'm always recording my deck breakdowns and set breakdowns alongside each other. That's why I'm always wearing the same stuff. Actually, I think there have been a couple exceptions, but most of the time it's that. But with all that being said, though, we are playing Galaxy Photon here. I did say like I was gonna play it basically every time it's available. It's like still for such a long time, like it's so jank, but it's just cool, and there wasn't really anything other here that spoke to me. So we have a clean 2020 split from the set, as well as stuff that we are playing from the past. So let's see what we have here. You've seen all of these cards a bunch of times, maybe not Orbital 7, so most of these we will skim through. But we'll cover the new cards, so let's get right to it. We have 3 Fire Hand and 3 Ice Hand. I already explained this in the set breakdown, but they summon each other after popping Fire Hand popping a monster and Ice Hand popping a spell trap. And no once per turn to be seen on these cards. They just create an insanely powerful loop with each other, where you can pop up to 3 monsters and spell traps, but that should never happen. But the potential is still there. Then we have a single mathematician here. It's just a good card overall, and we needed to meet the quota, so we threw it in there. On normal summon, you can a Foolish Burial, a level 4 monster, lower monster, and when destroyed by battle and sent to the grave, you draw a card. It's neat. Unfortunately, it's a level 3, which is more awkward for our extra deck plays. Being a level 4 would be better for that, but it's still fine. And setting up the grave for a set with Soul Charge in is really good. Then we have a single Lilybot here. This is literally only here to give us access to obviously Photon and Galaxy. On normal summoner, being flip face up, you can target Orbital 7 in your grave, spell summon that in face attack position or face down defense position. Otherwise, but then you contribute a number of machine monsters, spell summon an equal number of Photon and Galaxy monsters from your hand. Orbital 7 is also a machine, so you can, in a mystical fairyland, you can use this to summon Orbital 7, tribute those two to get 2 Galaxy or Photon monsters on the field, which is obviously very good, but it's very, very gimmicky and slow. Soul Charge at 3 copies, it's one of, I think this is like up there with stuff like Graceful Charity, Painful Choice, like stuff like that, that's just like some of the most powerful cards ever printed that they could never release from the ban list. So Charger's regular spell, target any number of monsters in your grave, special summon them, and if you do, you lose 1,000 for each monster special summoned, and you cannot conduct your battle phase during the turn you activate this card. This means that for 5-6k, you can literally just fill your board up with monsters, make all sorts of extra deck plays, and it's just insane. Yeah. It's important to note that you cannot conduct a battle phase the turn you activate this card, which means that if you're doing this in main 2, if you already use your battle phase, then you are not allowed to activate the Soul Charge, obviously. But it's insane. The amount of stuff that you can get with Soul Charge, it's so insanely powerful. And yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. It's so insane. 3 MST, once again, it's just good to be able to get rid of stuff in the back row, especially when we have stuff like Wiretap in the episode. Rally Double Pause. When an opponent monster declares an attack on a face attack position monster you control, you make your opponent attack a direct attack instead, and then you also burn your opponent for the attack of the target you control, meaning like your opponent is swinging a Fire Hand into an Ice Hand. Instead, we take 1,600 and we burn our opponent for 1,400. That's how it works. And then the monster that burned your opponent can then attack your opponent directly next turn. It's not good. It's super awful battle protection. It's literally here to get sided out in a game 2 and 3. Wiretap, on the other hand, is actually a very good trap. When the trap is activated, you negate the activation. If you do, shuffle it back into the deck. Very good, obviously. I think for now, like, we'd still rather that stuff go into the grave, but still, obviously, this is good. Then for the stuff with Legacy Rule, we're obviously playing 3 Galaxy Photon Dragon. obviously. 2 Galaxy Knight here, 3 Galaxy Wizard, 2 Photon Crusher with a third one in the side as well, a single Photon Trasher, and 2 Orbital 7, and I'm pretty sure, have we seen the rest of it? Well, the Spirit Run, like Photon Dragon, it can banish stuff and gain attack if it banishes stuff that has materials. It can also be spell summoned by tributing 2 monsters with 2000 or more attack. Galaxy Knight or can be normal summoned without tributing. If you control like Photon or Galaxy monster, then you can get a Galaxy Photon Dragon out of your grave, and it lowers its own attack. Galaxy Wizard can either increase its level or attribute itself to get a Galaxy card from your deck. Photon Crusher doesn't really do anything. It's the Goblin attack force effect, which didn't care about this. And Photon Trasher is a essentially Sidra. But it just needs you to control no monster, but it cannot be normal summoned or set. Orbital 7, being flipped face up, gets a you got a boss counter, which just gives it 2000 attack. After the attack change means that it can't attack directly and is sent to the grave in the end phase. And you can target this, tribute this card to target a Photon or Galaxy monster in your grave to add it back to your hand. It's not great. It's there to be summoned by Lilibot, and that's it. Might be starting out of this in games 23 as well. For the Sanctuary, get us 2 tokens that are lights with for 2000 attack. Can be during the turn you activate this, you can only summon light monsters. And and Galaxy Expedition gets a Photon or Galaxy monster from our deck that's level 5 or higher. If we control level 5 or higher Photon or Galaxy monster, and Galaxy is an equipable monster reborn, cannot attack or activate its effects, and then when Galaxy leaves field, the monster's attack becomes 0 permanently. We have a third one of this in the side as well as a third copy of Galaxy Expedition. 3 Maxi, we all obviously know what that does. Switch Scarecrow there to stop direct attacks. A third copy of Photon Crusher. 3 Consecrated Life, Jeexx is on some dark shenanigans. A single Photon Lead to do something, maybe. I couldn't really figure out what else to put there. A single Necro Valley if Jeexx is somehow on like a full-on grave strategy. We obviously really care about our grave as well, with stuff like the hands, like especially Galaxy Knight, but you know. Just in case there, and just a second copy of Neo Galaxy's Photon Dragon we can throw in instead of Abyss Splash, which is only here to give us numbers in our extra. Speaking of the extra, we have a single Stardust Lord Galaxion, gets us Galaxy's Photon Dragons. Neo Galaxy's Photon Dragon takes 3 level 3s, but thanks to Soul Charge, this is actually very feasible. And then if it's actually summoned using Galaxy's Photon Dragon as any of the materials, you can negate the effects of all other face-up cards currently on the field permanently. And then once per turn, you can do this one from this to do this from all materials from your opponent's monsters, gaining 500 for each material, and then it can attack up to that many times during each battle phase this turn. It's just a complete like super overkill, but very cool if we manage to pull it off. Galaxy Tachyon Dragon, did I play this once before? I want to say yeah. We'll recap quickly. Once per battle phase, at the start of battle phase, you can detach 1 to negate the effects of all other face-up monsters currently on the field, once again permanently, and restoring the attack and defense to the original ones. And then during the battle phase, if you activate this the effect this turn, each turn opponent's card effect resolves. This card gains 1000 until the end of the battle phase, and then it can make a second attack during each battle phase this turn. Obviously very good against something that is a mandatory effect that results in the grave. Like stuff like hands are you can effects, so you don't need to do them. I think Mathematician is the same thing. Yeah, you can draw 1. So these are like, or stuff that you Jeexx probably wouldn't resolve on Tachyon Dragon, obviously, unless it's something like Fire Hand, because obviously that then pops the Tachyon Dragon. But like still, once again, it's a Galaxy S card. It just does a bunch of damage in the battle phase. Abyss Splash is only here to give us access to numbers. Speaking of numbers, we have a Game of Pop and Giant Grinder here as a more of a utility focus. Level 8. Generic up to twice per turn during your main phase 1. You can do this one from this card to target a spell summon monster your opponent controls, and pop it and then burn your opponent for its original attack if it's an Xyz monster. We have 1 Utopia. We have 2 Black Ship of Corn. We have 3 101 Shark. We have obviously seen all of those a bunch of times already, so I don't think we need to talk about them. Nice little sub 10 there, huh? we're getting there. Obviously, like half of my deck being stuff that we've already seen a few times. I still have some trouble, which like, okay, what have we actually seen? Because like I don't think I've played Galaxy Ice maybe twice before at this point. I need to get a counter or something going. But yeah, in the future, like when it comes up more, like obviously I won't really worry about the legacy cards at that point. But with all that being said, though, hopefully you enjoyed the deck breakdowns, and we'll see you after for the. I don't know where I was going with that. We'll see you in the duel zone for the matches. So hopefully you enjoyed, and catch you there. What is up, ladies and lads, and welcome back to History Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning Journey. I remembered my correct words this time around because it's very, very important. And we're back with Dragons of Legend, episode 80, alongside Astral Pack 4. I feel like we've been on Astral Packs for a year at this point. Am I crazy?
I think you're crazy, considering that Astral Packs have only existed since like the beginning of Jeexx, right? And that's only been like 6 months ago.
And we have like 2 more episodes, and then we're done with Jeexx.
Yeah, can you like we've gone through Jeexx so much faster than 5Ds and GX because we don't have as many side sets.
Yeah.
Duelist packs, duelist packs for the end of GX. Well, not end of GX because we started doing them in 5Ds, I think. But like duelist packs and dual terminal really diverted us from going like along the straight and narrow in a way.
Yeah.
We didn't get through 5Ds until like 8 months into it.
Which I guess these kind of do, because weren't like Dragons of Legend, they were like some weird special, they weren't courses, right? Because we have multiple Dragons of Legends or similar sets, right? Yeah.
So I think deck building sets.
Oh yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
Like they're in a similar vein as Number Hunters, for example, but these have clearly more like cards that you can just play in them.
Better cards, for sure.
Well, come on, man. They were trying with
the Number Hunter's power level was like it was like a sinkhole in like when compared to the even stuff around it. Also, maybe it looks terrible today, but we're gonna ignore that. That doesn't matter. But Jeexx, do you have a pun to get us started with Dragons of Legend?
I'm afraid that you must drag on these nuts or something.
Anyways, moving on. I don't think I've ever heard Jeexx as excited to talking about a deck that he's built than today. So, very excited to see what he's cooked up for you today.
I'm a set 1 card and pass, baby.
Not what I was expecting. I'm not gonna lie, but sure. I guess we'll get started with a Spell Summon of a Photon Trasher.
Hell yeah.
We will follow that up with a normal of Photon Crusher.
Hell yeah.
We will overlay these two, and we will get I guess we'll get a Starliege Lord Galaxion.
Hell yeah.
I think this is the first time we've seen Galaxion, if I'm not crazy.
Because he just came out and we didn't have anything to play with him.
Oh yeah. I forgot, because I've been like building some shells occasionally for like future stuff, so I'm like sometimes I forget like, okay, when did actually what come out? But actually, does it matter? I'm thinking like, would it be better for me to get them in defense? And I don't think I care. We will detach 2 to get from our deck out a Photon Dragon. Then we will use Galaxy Expedition to get out another Photon Dragon. And then the question is, do I want to make something or do I want to swingling first? I guess I don't really know what you're working with there. So let's find out. Let's go one of the Photon Dragons into the sets. I'm assuming it's a hand. Yep. Yep.
Is this okay? It just dies.
I mean, it comes back anyway, and you didn't get ice hand, so I don't think I care. I'm fine with it dying.
Okay, it dies.
And what would you like?
Galaxy Ice.
Yep. And then you get an ice hand.
Ice hand in defense. Boom.
Yep. And then, I mean, we might as well.
I would like to interrupt your attack declaration to special summon from my hand. Construction train signal red and redirect the attack on signal red, and it is no longer destructible by battle during this block.
Alright, so. Sure. And then, do I care about. That's a 3. I mean, you're probably gonna have something, but. Do I care? I don't think I care. I'll kill the ice hand.
What? No.
Oh, sorry. This was the This was the yeah. We'll go main 2, and do I?
Suddenly, every single Galaxy Ice can attack every single monster.
Okay, I made a misplay. We get it. I guess. Actually, wait. I guess I can do that. So 3 and 4. I don't think I care. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Pass. Sure.
Alrighty then. Stand by, main. Oh, that's actually kind of tough now. Wonder I need to decide if I want to go with this line or that line. It's kind of
choices, huh?
Choices, decisions.
We have
to
different
be made.
lines.
Yes, we can go for a level 6 and a level 5, or we can go for a level 5 and a level 6.
So many choices.
Well, I mean, well, let's just start off with a. I don't have the 5 because the 5's inside. Yeah. That makes sense. This bounces. That would be kind of handy. I mean, you also want Plague Spreader?
Yep.
Then go for a 6.
Yep.
Make my Bryonac, Dragon of the Ice Barrier.
Yep.
Discard 1 from my hand and bounce the Galaxy Ice Photon Dragon to your hand.
Sure.
Yep. And then put a card from the top, from my hand to the top of my deck. Where is the top deck button? There we go. To special summon Plague Spreader. To then make a 5. Actually, could I? Oh wait, I don't have it in here yet. Never mind. Yeah, I don't have it in here yet. It's time. It's for game 2. It's for game 2. or actually, do I want
stuff in the Astro Pack, eh?
No.
Or too many cool things to put in the main deck.
Exactly. Actually, I can get some of this because these need that thing. I'm kind of wondering if I should instead use Bryonac for material. It's 2.3k. Construction signal return isn't going to do anything. But I can make an 8. And then 8 is going to be a big fellow at the end of the day.
A big fella.
I think that is actually better overall. I will make a.
What would you consider them on the chunk chart?
And then swing into this because I'm pretty sure there's no card in this called Honest.
There is no card called Honest. Oh yeah, I was like, wait, how is this? But yeah, I'm assuming you just changed it to attack. I was like, I'm pretty sure it was, but yeah.
Because it
Yeah,
doesn't.
this doesn't matter because it just.
And then I will pass.
Yep. A draw, standby main. But I guess that makes more sense. I can go. I can go into this. Actually, I think that might be the better play. Actually, it's cooler though.
For sure.
Okay. I do that. And then I go. I do this. I go into this. I get that back. Sure. I think that is the line. So we'll start by firing off a Galaxy 0.
Yeah.
And get back a Photon Dragon. Not Photon Dragon.
Yeah.
I skipped a step. I will get with this. I will instead get back a Photon Crusher.
Yeah.
Then we will normal without chipping a Galaxy Knight. So if you now summon, control a Photon card, and then with that we will get back a Photon Dragon.
Yeah.
Then Galaxy Knight has an attack decrease, but that is fine. Then I wonder, is it better to... It would be funny, but I don't know how good it is. It's the problem.
Don't worry. You don't need to worry about how good anything is in this situation.
I think I will just... It's scary though. But is it too scary is the question. We will overlay. But the question is, what will I overlay into? And I think... Because I don't have a way... No, okay. I will overlay into... It's so greedy. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Giant Grinder.
Oh.
Then we will detach Photon Dragon to pop Archfiend and you have one card in your hand. I think was here, but this is only for, yeah, it was only for Blackwings. I don't think it matters. I will just set a card in the back row and proceed to the end phase with that.
Haha, I will do this and pass.
Oh. Does it change anything? I don't think it does. Okay, that's a, what happens if that's a hand? And do I care? Is the question. I go into this. That's so funny. I can't do this. The problem is, if that's a hand, things get hairy. I go into this. I get that. It doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't. Actually, no, it's not a hand, because if it was a hand, you would have just swung it. Because you could have basically gotten rid of most of my stuff. So there's no way that's a hand. This is awkward, awkward, awkward. I don't, yeah, there's no way. There's literally zero reason. Actually, yeah, no, because even if it's ice hand, it doesn't matter. It's either hand, you just ran them into my photon crusher, you pop this, and then, yeah, it's there's literally zero reason for you to set that if it's a hand. I don't know what else you could be working with, so I guess at this point we'll be a little greedy. And we will detach the Galaxy Knight to pop Train, since it's also being special summoned. Then I will go... will I? I think I will. Won't I? I think I will. I will move this to attack, because, you know, Curiosity kills the cat. And swing into this. Yeah.
Oh my god. Can this not attack directly? Oh, it cannot attack at all. Oh,
yeah, the Galaxy Zero prevents the card from attacking. Otherwise, I would have swung that into it. I guess we will set a monster, and I will call it there.
I will stand by main. Normal summon.
Yep.
Blackwing, sure, the blue flame.
Yep.
Swing into this guy.
Yep. 3.
Get to special. I would like to summon a 1,500 or less Blackwing monster.
Finally, you're playing actually cool archetypes. None of that
Summon
Noble Knight cringe. Yep.
Yeah, am I right, fellas? Couldn't get Noble Knights. I'm Black Rose.
Sure.
Am I right, fella?
All of this, I don't know what. Oh yeah, activate is probably there. That's why.
Oh yeah.
All of these.
And pass.
Sure. Oh, that would have been nice earlier. Do I care about this now is the question. I technically could get... I don't think that actually matters, right? Yeah, that doesn't matter. I go into this. I don't think that's worth it right now. Yeah, I'll just set one. Pass.
I would like to activate Storage.
Sure. How much would you like to pay?
I pay after I summon. Important. Because
true.
Then you know how much I pay.
Yeah, that's right.
I would like to summon...
you need to target the cards, by the way.
Yeah, it's weird how this card works, because you don't pay for targets, you pay for cards that get summoned.
I guess, yeah, so, I guess it's just like the ordering is like, Because when they designed the card, they were like, I mean, if you target stuff and then your opponent banishes them, like you're losing too much, so you lose the LP for the stuff that you summon. But then, like 2 seconds after looking at the card, you're like, you know what? I think this card could use like 3 more downsides, and it would still be fine.
But the thing is, it's target any number of monsters, so I can just say I target all of my monsters, and then you can just at that point you can banish whatever many you want, but I still get to summon all the ones that I targeted.
Yeah.
Because there's no upper limit to it.
Yeah, it's weird. Because it's like, how are you if you're like let's say here you're targeting literally everything, then like what happens when you get certain stuff banished, and like then it's like, okay, did you actually I don't know. It's it's definitely been a ruling nightmare for sure.
I don't envy whoever had to deal with this fucking card.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me think. This thing doesn't need to. Okay, so I can just go hand, Shura, Black Rose, then this, and I would pay 5,000 life points.
Yep.
Okay. And then I would like to first upgrade these 2 for a Stardust Spark Dragon, because we have Stardust.
Oh, the mango Stardust.
The mango one. That's important because the mango Stardust has the ability to protect anything at like any time. And that is relevant because it allows me to do certain things, like make Shockmaster and protect Shockmaster.
True.
True. I'm gonna make a Masquerade. And
you really like this card, huh?
I think this card is good.
It's cool.
I legitimately think this card is good for a limited format, especially when you know that your opponent has to rely on like card effects in battle phase.
Yeah.
The combat tricks are just those are not relevant anymore at all. And I think that's fairly strong. Like on top of the fact that now I have a targeted protection for it or Stardust, and then I can just do that and negate whatever if you have to happen to go in combat with it. And it's infinite as well, so.
We should get that then. Let's see. I draw that. I mean, I have a decent bit of stuff that helps. But I'm a gambling man, though, is the issue here.
Are you?
I'm definitely a gambling man. Are you kidding me?
So is that why you always roll until pity?
Yes.
Doesn't sound like gambling to that point. You know? If you roll until pity, then you stop gambling. You got the guarantee. It's before the pity.
It's too cool if it happens. Yeah, I'm doing this. I would like the normal summon. Or build 7.
Oh, is it face up? Oh, it has to be face up.
Is that okay?
Wait, you can remove all your card counters after you change this card's attack with this.
The only thing that you care about here is that I would immediately tribute it to get a Photon or Galaxy monster from my grave back to my hand.
Go for it, bro. Go for it.
I will tribute this, and I will add to my hand a...
The order of this is so ass again.
Galaxy
this should just be the first effect.
Anyways, good luck.
Oh. Normal summon Mathematician?
Sure.
Dump Plague Spreader?
It would have been so cool. I literally was banking on, okay, if you don't have a monster, I have a really cool play I can make.
I had nothing else that would have done enough damage for it to be relevant.
That's fair. I mean, that's like when one of us gets the hands and gets Soul Charge and the other doesn't not, then, you know, that's how it goes. But it was still a pretty neat game 1.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad that I ripped Soul Charge, because I'm going to be honest, this whole deck is about Soul Charge.
I think most people would be pretty glad about ripping a Soul Charge.
I don't know if you noticed something about this deck also. I played quite a few spells or traps, right? You could even say that I only played 1.
Yep.
Yep.
And you have like 10 million archetypes. So far, like I was like, what were you cooking? But so far, it's like it seems like a pretty standard synchro deck. So I'm interested to see if there's like something that I still haven't seen.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see
we'll
what
see.
this
But
turns out.
yeah, I'll pause the recording. Let's go aside for game 2. All right, a pretty eventful game 1, all things considered. So let's see if we can make the second one as exciting. And oh lord, well, that's not great. God, that's not great. I guess we will actually, let me do this.
Oh.
There you go. I was contemplating just passing, but I gotta give you the potential value if you have hands there. We gotta see the hands like go in a hand loop.
True. We gotta. That's kind of what I'm thinking right now.
I mean,
But
if you
as
have
you
it, I
see-
think it's crazy. But yeah, I was.
I'm gonna go hand.
Yeah.
Destroy this pop spell trap.
Yep. That's a
and
wiretap.
Then summon a fire hand and hit that into it, and
Yep.
summon a ice hand in defense.
Yeah. So you lose
Kill
1,000
that.
total, but also
Lose
clear my
1,000.
board and also get something.
Pass.
Pretty good value. Pretty good value.
Guys, hat is a very fun format. We should make hat the de facto format instead of Edison, guys. I love playing against hats, artifacts, and trap tricks. It's so fun and cool.
It's very epic and swag and fun and epic
I'm
and
not
swag.
puke at all. I'm not vomiting profusely at all.
Actually, just because I can.
Potion.
No. I'll special out a Photon Dragon.
Hell yeah.
I will swing into this and not banish.
I'm pretty sure because it's a then effect and not then if you do, I just get it off anyhow.
Oh, what you mean?
I mean that I get to summon the fire, but I'm double checking.
Oh yeah. Even if I did the banish, I mean it doesn't matter because it comes about this isn't swinging. It doesn't. The banishing is kind of pointless unless the thing actually has materials you're trying to get rid of. So.
Yeah, there's also like worlds, like times you want to do it specifically to get rid of an effect that is on the field.
Yeah.
Which is also some relevant.
Because it is neat that it doesn't come out at the end of the damage, that it comes back at the end of the battle phase. It sucks that you get the fire hand, but like at this point it's basically like some sort of. Is the side broken? I passed my turn. Okay.
Yeah, it's my turn.
Very good. Thank God.
I'm just checking what I can do.
Yeah, it's all good. I was just worried that since the side had been a little bit slow, I was worried about that. But some form of life point control is nice.
Yeah, it is. You
Actually, I should have done that. I had a misplay my last turn, which could actually be a really big misplay.
I'm mostly sitting here looking at the board and thinking to myself, I kind of want to get rid of that thing, but I don't want to sack my whole board for it, It's not that worth that, is it?
Lost connection. Awesome.
Oh shit, I'm still in the game.
Oh, okay. Is there something? Because the Discord is doing fine. Well, that's lovely.
I'll wait for a bit.
Connecting. Yeah, it's currently stuck on connecting.
Like it does have some lag on my end as well right now. Like for example, when I click viewing extra deck to view, it has a delay.
Yeah, because that's why I was worried because it had like delays. I was worried that the site is going down. It feels like I wonder if they have like some maintenance or stuff that they're doing around this time. Because we usually I'm back. We usually record a little earlier, but sometimes it goes like later, and it feels like a lot of times when it goes to like later like this, like it seems to struggle.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm back.
I would. Can I? double check this. You can target banish both this and that target. That doesn't. Wait. Wait. If you can't banish both targets with Photon Dragon, does it banish both? Either of them?
You can target them must banish both this card from and that target.
Because the way that it's worded would imply that it doesn't do it, because it has to be both this and that. That's what I'm looking into right now.
What the fuck? Why? Bro, my Google is shitting itself. I love having different resolutions on my monitors. It's so fucking nice when I'm trying to drag some shit. Maybe I should just keep this open.
You enter the effect of Galaxy S Photon Dragon when you balance the token monster. The token monster disappears when it's removed from the field. So at the end of the battle phase, only Galaxy S Photon Dragon returns to the field, which would imply that. Yeah. Suppose that banishes itself and opponent's monster that resolves properly. Your opponent controls creature swap. Fuck. No. It does not seem to have a very clear explanation. But it seems to imply that because you banish a token monster, it would suggest that you can actually simply like activate its effect, even if it's not.
What did you say? Like it was saying.
For example, if I used Star Eater to attack Galaxy S Photon Dragon, and you decided to banish both of them, even if my Star Eater cannot be banished, Photon Dragon will still be banished and be thus away from under the attack.
Oh yeah, because I was thinking like if it's something that prevents targeting, then obviously it doesn't. But
yeah, but it's just specifically it is unaffected by stuff until the end of the step. Yeah. Well, in that case, I will just do the very boring play, which is normal summon Gale and Black Rose.
Sure.
Because I can't deal with that thing any other way.
Yeah, that was the misplay that I was talking about. Was that that I obviously should have rather normal summoned Photon Dragon with the attributing the tokens instead of specialing it, because in a way, if you go into Shark, then you can obviously take it, but if I normal summon it, then you wouldn't be able to grab it with Shark. So that was a misplay.
I'll be honest. For some reason, I was like, yeah, you normal summoned it, right?
Oh yeah, because that was literally the like misplay that I was talking about. I obviously should have instead normal summoned it.
I did not pay attention.
Oh, I'm happy that at least sometimes it's you also making some misplays. Sure.
Yeah.
I'll just pass.
Stand by main.
Oh yeah, when I was talking about like you have like plenty of different archetypes you're playing. We're also playing trains. Let's go.
Yeah, we're also playing rats, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody loves rats, right?
Rats.
Over this.
Yeah, the rats. Yep. And I will pop a knife. I'm chain link.
Sure, chains first, and then you chain after.
Yeah.
So you pop now, and then I resolve.
I think I don't really care about. Oh yeah, let me do this before I forget. I don't think I care. I'll pop, sure.
And then I summon from my deck a black wing monster with 1,500 or less attack, and I will summon a. Also, you summon hand here.
Yeah, I was like, I was waiting for you to do your thing, but it doesn't matter because I'm getting the same thing anyway, so it doesn't. Does not
double check
matter.
something from a graveyard.
Yeah, go ahead.
Battle damage. I can do this, where I summon not this guy. I would like to summon Orochi the Soul.
The Squall. The soul?
The squall? The squall? What the
Whoa.
fuck did I read? Yeah,
Where did the
squall,
soul
squall,
come
yeah.
from?
Holy. Then I would like to reveal Gallus the Star Beast to the
Okay.
top card of my deck. And if it is a monster, which it is not,
Yeah.
that is one of my 3 like non-monster cards in my entire deck.
What a cool card. But also
That is unfortunate.
wait, so Soul Charge is literally your only
Yes.
non-monster? That's so
Yes.
That's so funny.
There's only 3 of them in the deck, and I hit it.
That's
Like I have 3
fucking
of this card
hilarious.
in the deck because it's just free. I just get to summon it every time.
Yeah.
Except now.
Except I get to summon it whatever. Except this exact time. That's
Yeah.
actually so fucking funny.
That is so sad.
No, I think it's
Alexa,
funny. Alexa, hit the
Great
grid.
Country Roads. Yeah, I would have gone for Armor Master there and just sat on defense.
Yeah, fair enough.
And that would have kind of just walled out the option of using the hands to do anything. So I would actually have to decide on a big effect destruction play because you couldn't like do anything with hands or even Shot Honor Arc against it.
Zahando.
Wait, did you just say check your deck? Wait, what the fuck?
No, I was checking my grave and then I'm checking my extra deck.
Oh, wait, that's weird. I saw the deck shift animation. What the fuck?
Yeah, I just casually like looking through my deck.
Yeah.
Do I just go this? Honestly, I mean, it's kind of whatever. I could also, I guess, do... Actually, is it better? I guess it's better to do that, because actually, I go for that. I do this, I do that. It doesn't matter, does it? It's such a minute difference. Because I get that, I get this. Yeah, it doesn't. It's actually whatever. I will put my Ensign to attack. And I will normal summon Firehando.
Firehando!
And
What do I?
then I will Battle Face. Ice Hand into Rochida Soul.
The Squall, yes, the Squall. Leon, the Leon, yeah.
Fire Hand into this for 600 points of
6.
damage.
I can now only special summon 5 monsters with Soul Charge from my graveyard, fellas.
Is it 6? Is it
Nothing
1,000
has
per?
changed.
It's
nothing
1,000
has
per.
changed. I can't summon 6. There's not 6 slots.
Hey, you can get one on your extra monster zone.
Oh, that would be kind of disgusting. I'm not gonna.
Then we will overlay these two for a good old faithful Utopia.
Everybody's favorite.
I mean, not everybody's, but you know,
Everybody loves
yeah,
Utopia.
Cool. Yeah. Also, I summoned it in battle phase, so I will obviously swing with Utopia as well.
Oh yeah. The quick effect that allows you to quickly summon stuff. Yeah.
It's a pro tag monster. You never know
Pass.
what kind of cheating it's gonna do.
Pass. There we go. I was waiting, like for some reason it didn't let me do anything. It could be anything.
Wait, can I cook here? Wait, I think we can cook here. It's so fucking cool, but it doesn't make sense. Would you set a hand here? I guess setting a hand here would make sense, because if it's a nice hand, you definitely set it. If it's a fire hand, then you would swing it. So it could be a nice
No, I wouldn't.
hand.
I can't swing it because you can just negate it.
That's true. Do I care about Utopia going to grave? You get a hand, then you have something you can make from one place, but then you'll be out of hands.
Not my hand.
I think it's fine. We'll swing into this.
Haha. Remember how I asked if giant red hand gives us
Get your
giant
rat.
red hand?
Go for it, man.
Giant rat. Next, I will summon from my deck a level 1,500 less attack monster, which in this case shall be. Shall it be?
It could be anyone.
Shall it be? It could be anyone. Could be another rat. Could be dandelion. Could be. See, this would be a dick move. And I kind of want to do this because it's such a dick move.
Go for it, man.
But I'm going to summon Assault Dog. I don't want to do the dick move, okay? I can be a dick some other time, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you played your fair share of fucking Noble Knights. I mean, do I care? I kind of do. I can do... I mean, that kind of doesn't matter. Is there any benefit to me doing this? I guess there is that. Actually, yeah, because then I can do this and... Yeah. Since I have my normal summon, might as well. I will normal out a Galaxy Wizard.
Yep.
And I will use this effect to chip it in. To grab to my hand. I guess
Galaxy card.
We will get a knight.
Yep.
Can't do anything with him later, but I think the current state of affairs is fine enough.
Oh, that's kind of good actually. But do I want to do this? I have 3 lines now. What do I do? Too many options.
But I can't just default to normal summon monster and that's it.
How can I possibly this? I could go for a Brionac into RDA line again. I could go for the line that I'm probably gonna go for because I like it. I'm gonna go normal summon Fire Hand. I'm gonna special summon Prominence Hand from my hand, and then I'm gonna overlay 3 monsters from my side of the field to summon a Masquerade.
Mm-hmm.
If the video game allows it. Yeah, there we go. And then I would like to swing into the Utopia. Would you like to try to negate it?
What's the benefit to me? Taking more damage, I guess losing one of those. I mean, you're never... I was gonna say, like, I read the, you can set the top card of your opponent next to a graveyard as part of it. I was like, wait, I guess I do get that from it? Do I care? I don't think I care about...
The material account is irrelevant because, like, other than, like, Galaxy Eyes itself, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, I'm mostly just thinking, I don't think I care about this shit, do I?
Like, this also negates hands, which is, like, a big deal here.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, honestly? Sure, I'll detach, fuck you.
I'm gonna detach my...
Now, which one are you detaching?
My Fire Hand, because that means I can use it when I summon 3 of them with Soul Charge.
So, 1,000 total.
Yes. And then, I'm thinking... I mean, you have a Galaxy Eyes in there. You have a Galaxy Zero. Fuck it. Middle the top card of your deck.
Oh, alright, sure.
Go for it, bro.
I used to handle.
-1 hand.
I'm actually kind of fine with that. Oh, is it time to cook?
Oh, shit.
I think it's time to cook, actually. Sure. Let's start with an activation of a Galaxy Zero.
Yep.
I will target... I guess it doesn't matter, really.
I mean...
Actually, I can do... Wait, can I do more? It doesn't matter. Just because it's cooler, I will summon out. Oh, okay. I almost fucked. No cool stuff because it negates the effect, so we'll just get Photon Dragon.
It doesn't negate the effect. It prevents you from activating. That's important. Because if you could activate it, you could tribute Galaxy Wizard from under the effect to get the Galaxy Wizard effect,
Yeah, that's the thing.
for example. But you can't because
Is
it's
it actually? Is
specifically
it still
tied to activate.
better if? Because if I get actually that doesn't matter because it's better for me to get this thing, right? Because I need this for this, but I'm getting this regardless. So yeah, it literally it doesn't matter. So I guess I'd rather just get Crusher out just because it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Actually,
I mean, you're gonna summon Galaxy Knight
This-
and then special
this-
summon Photon and then.
this doesn't matter. You know what? In case you somehow wipe my Galaxy
Huh?
Zero and I have something remaining it. Actually, no, it doesn't matter.
Huh?
Because it puts it in attack anyway.
Attack,
We'll just
yeah.
do this. Then we'll get the age-old shenanigans here. And then I actually I guess I could do that, which would be kind of cool. But no, it doesn't make sense. So we will simply go for an overlay of these two. And once again, we're gonna do the boring stuff. We'll get Giant Grinder.
Me.
You did the boring play, I'm gonna do the boring play. And then you take 2700, because it was actually an Xyz monster. We're both just playing.
Now.
We're both just playing Burn.
Yeah. It's fucking sick.
And
Bro actually kind of griefing by not summoning his gimmick of a Giant Grinder and attack. Can you believe
I was
it?
thinking about it, but I kind of like my
Then you-
position, so it's whatever.
Then you remember that, oh yeah, this fucking dirty ass cheating bastard is playing this fucking trash, and he's fucking disgusting, fucking criminal ass. I'm gonna have this fucking attack because yikes.
You're gonna have its attack, and then you're gonna nuke
Defense.
the board.
Yes, I'm gonna have its attack and defense. Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure. So now
Yeah.
it is what? Math is hard.
1.250.
1750, baby.
But defense is 1.250, so.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
by 50 points, it's big enough.
Oh wait, no.
I know it's 12. Yeah, it's 1250. Yeah. I don't know why
Yeah,
where I got. Oh yeah, it's 1350. Yeah, that's where I got it from.
And then I would like to summon from my deck another card that has some more bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And that card will be, does it have to be an attack? But it's effective, so this doesn't work for that. Okay.
Another Gale.
Where are my squalls? I know where they are. They're in my side deck. Because I was like, I don't need 3 of these. Fuck that.
Surely I won't need 3 Orochi the Soul.
Orochi the Souls? Orochi the Leon? Yeah, I would never need Orochi the Leons, bro. Fuck that.
Bro just keeps getting different titles and names.
See, the joke is because Squall is the name of Final Fantasy VI.
Okay, and I'm
so,
going to... Sure.
Because his name is Squall in the video game, but then in Kingdom Hearts he calls himself Leon, and then that's
Me, man, I'm in a put a person to sleep competition, and my opponent likes Final Fantasy.
my JRPGs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Blackwing Armor Master cannot be destroyed in battle. You can take no battle damage at the end of the damage chip. Yada yada yada.
Yeah, I think I know what Armor Master does.
You think you know what Armor Master does?
Okay, if it was that, we could have done something so cool here.
I'm sorry.
That's actually... Oh, that would have been... That actually would have been so sick. But I guess... It is what it is.
Wah, wah.
Mm,
I would like to draw a Gallus the Star Beast next turn and mill a card that isn't Soul Charge. No? Fair. Fair game.
so it's 2 Shura, 2 of that. We have all 3 fire hands. Honestly, fuck it at this point. You got it, then you got it. We're gonna go normal summon. Galaxy Knight.
Mhm.
You'll never guess what I'm
That's crazy.
making with these two.
That's crazy.
You will never guess what I'm making here.
That's actually wild. Do you want to use
Anyways,
choice?
yeah, actually, yeah, this should be in attack. I was literally like, kind of like, okay, now I can just summon it in attack. Fuck you for 15 hundo. I'll be honest, when I was making this, I literally had like giant grinder hits. I mean, I guess I might as well have it to have some other options here for 8s. And then it's just all stuff that either can't be destroyed by battle or my stuff actually clashes with. So it's like, huh. I guess
It's kind of cool
we'll
though,
do
because
this.
the back line has turned to the main line.
Yeah, literally.
Set one card. I'm gonna pass.
Normal crusher.
Yeah.
It can't be fire hand. You wouldn't have this anymore. So it can't be ice hand. It's more. It's like 99% it's a rat. Like literally 99% it's a rat.
You know what? I'm gonna do this.
Oh. Okay,
So
well.
you can't know what it is.
It was a rat, but.
You never have a. You could never know what it is. Okay?
We can. Okay, remember what that thing was, and then when we're done with the set, you can reveal to me that it was indeed a rat.
Or you'll know what it is if it actually comes.
Oh, my side is bad, huh? I had one thing that I wanted to change here, but I actually can't do that. So I guess we'll just hop right into game 3. This has been a really back and forth one.
Yeah, it's been overall a really good set, I'd say.
Yeah. I don't like that.
I don't like the fact that this hand is this, but yeah, go.
Oh my god, well.
Oh, did it entirely change the
That
whole?
sure is a fucking hand, I guess. Special Trasher?
Yeah.
Normal summon. No, this is interesting. No, it has to be Crusher.
Yeah.
Actually, even if it's a fire hand, do I give a shit? Yeah, I think I'd rather do this, even in that case. So we'll overlay these two. And because he's the coolest, we will make Lord Galaxion.
Yay, he's back.
He indeed is. And I guess I might as well. So we will detach 2. Get out a Photon Dragon. Actually, does it really? I guess it kind of. It doesn't really matter, because even if it's a hand, I would rather you just have to use it. If it's a hand, I honestly, yeah, I don't give a shit. I'm just swinging Galaxion into this.
Yeah, kill that thing.
Yeah, this was what I was thinking it was, and I'd rather have Photon Dragon in my grave. I made to actually. Do I want to? I guess I could have done that, but it doesn't matter. Sure.
Alrighty then, chat room. I guess some of the play that everybody and their mother would do in this case, right?
Normal summon something, make shark.
Make shark and yoink the Galaxion and be like, welcome to a video game. But I don't like this play. This play isn't cool. That play is kind of shit, if you ask me. Very boring play. But I might have to just go for it.
Sometimes life is boring.
If this thing was a tuner, that would be perfect, but it's not a tuner, so unfortunately I'm
the hand?
No.
Oh yeah, I was thinking,
that I have my.
Imagine they like do just a level 8 synchro for the hands.
I'm gonna normal summon. Orochi the Leon of Kingdom Hearts fame.
When you normal Orochi, I'm gonna maxi.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it, bro.
Yep.
2, 3.
I will draw. It's
2 whatever makes
it's
you happy,
too
bro.
powerful. The magical androids.
Go for it.
Actually playing to... Oh my fucking god, what is this hand? Playing to the soul charge pipeline, I guess. I guess I will still. I'll normal summon a wizard. We will tribute wizard. You're going to Ash Blossom.
Yep. Discard my Ash Blossom, summon 2 tokens.
And I actually think I will get a Galaxy Expedition to hand. I am gonna set 1, and I will pass.
Okay, stand by, main. Normal summon, petition.
Sure.
I would like to use to the graveyard a Plague Spitter Zombie.
Alright.
Then
I guess when you're doing that, I might as well maxi here.
go battle.
Sure.
Swing. Gain 600.
Yep.
Turn.
This is fine. We'll stop the...
See, that's the... No, I wasn't gonna do anything at all.
I mean, I'm still fine with that because this gives me better tempo.
Because
Wizard 2.
the reason...
Yeah,
the
go
reason
ahead.
why for the longest time, like Maxi was completely legal and Maxi was completely fine was because of the fact that normal summon mathematician dump card pass was a thing that you could actually do, and you wouldn't just lose next turn.
This should be in defense.
And that is very key, because in this case, I am just kind of sitting here and attacking.
Then I'm gonna overlay these 2. And...
Is it gonna actually be something that isn't Giant Grinder?
It very much will, because I'm so sick and tired of actually seeing a Giant Grinder. And honestly, I do think I'm gonna detach for this just so you don't get the draw from math.
No, it does work. I do get the draw, and you get to make another attack if that happens. So this is the way that you should do it anyhow.
Yeah, is it because it's
only on
resolves
the face.
since it's like negated, but it resolves in the grave? Because that's one thing that has always like been like weird to me, is when you negate stuff on the field, but then it resolves in the grave. If it was negated, it still resolves, which is interesting.
It's kind of weird, but in this case, this is a play because it means that you get more damage.
Yeah, I mean, in this case, it's fine. It's still like, but I literally did it because I thought it's just like, okay, I do this, I just kill math, and then you just don't get the draw. But I mean, I guess this works out. Giving you a card is not cool, but you know, it's whatever.
I'm actually thinking, because it says resolve, so I can choose not to activate it. So it does not resolve, so you don't get the second attack.
When this card is reservable and sent to... Oh yeah, you can. Yeah, if you choose to do that, then obviously, then it's whatever.
Yeah, fuck it, I'm not doing it.
Okay, that's fine.
No, then ain't doing that.
It ended up being what I wanted to do anyway, so that's fine. I mean,
I'm not giving you another, like 1.6k damage into my really fragile health pool, man. Fuck that.
I mean, I don't think you have a fragile health pool given the state of things, but obviously, Galaxy Eyes. If there's one thing that Galaxy Eyes does, and it's hits hard.
Magical Android is negated until infinity.
Yeah, it's literally just there, negated. It doesn't give you.
Correct. Does not do anything at the moment. Well, that kind of blows.
It's interesting that a lot of negation that Galaxy Eyes has is just like permanent negation.
Yeah.
But to be fair, they kind of need it.
I mean, sorta. I would like to put a card from the I'm actually going to read something else that I have in here. Can I do something? I can't mill my own deck, right? No, I cannot mill my own deck no matter what I do. That is kind of sad. Well, I guess I will just put this card on the top of my deck, my hand, to special summon a Plague Spitter Zombie from my graveyard.
Third Maxi.
Yeah. Yeah, you get to draw from this.
Wait, do
I declare? Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it's the okay. Yeah, because it's the
yeah.
semicolon. Yeah, you're right. So I will already.
And then I'll just Black Rose.
Sure. I'll get another draw, and then Tachyon Dragon and my MST to the grave.
Correct. And then I would like to end my turn.
Sure.
Actually, I'll set one card and
yeah, you can
pass. Yeah.
go ahead. Go ahead. That's actually interesting because I guess I could get that. You have only used one of each hand. Oh yeah, true. I get that. Does it do enough for me is the question, and I don't know if it does. Honestly, I think I'll just set one and pass myself. We can play some slow Yu-Gi-Oh!
Some of that good old slow Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yes, sir.
Normal summon Blackwing, Sure the Blue Flame.
Sure.
Swing over the Fire Hand.
Over!
Yeah.
Interesting.
It dies.
No, this card cannot be destroyed by battle with a dark monster. Also, you take no battle damage from that battle.
Oh, interesting.
It's awkward in this because you have like 17 different attributes, but it works here.
I have to pass.
Sure. That's so shitty. Oh, I don't like that. What's the punish? I still think I'm gonna go for it. I'll normal summon my third Galaxy Wizard. Yeah, my hand. Yeah. There was no. It was. I have a 3 Maxi and 3 Galaxy Wizard, and that's literally my hand.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go for it.
We'll get a Photon Dragon with this. I will get 2 tokens with Sanctuary, but we'll skip a step. I'll use those to get out a Photon Dragon. Battle phase will simply walk over Shura, or attempt to. Yeah, I figured.
Would you like to banish?
I don't think it does anything.
Correct.
So it doesn't matter. Me too, and I'm cool with that.
Stand by main. Construction train signal red to attack position.
Yep.
And then I would like to also double check that you don't have anything in the graveyard that banish negates my attacks. No Necro Gardeners?
No Necro Gardeners, sir.
No Necro Gardeners, sir. Okay. I will take you at your word for now, good sir. And I will also normal summon a Ice Hand.
Sure.
And I would like to swing with the Ice Hand into the Consecrated Light.
Sure. Consecrated Light is gone.
Okay, that is okay. That is perfectly fine. And then I would like to double check what I have in here. Can't do that. Can do that, and that's kind of cool. I'm gonna main phase 2.
Yep.
Flip summon Dandelion.
Yep.
Special summon Gale.
Yep.
And I'm gonna go and make a level 9
to
special summon Trishula, Dragon of the Ice Barrier.
Big trash.
Banish one card from your hand at random and one of the cards on your field, and I would like to also banish one of your blue dragons here.
He still has trauma. Then would you like to roll for my hand?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3 is one on the left, and everything above that is on the right.
All right. Oh, well, I was just about to banish because your left apparently is my right, so I'm happy you changed it or put it in.
And then pass.
Alrighty, let's see if we can get rid of this tree. That's funny.
I'm kind of mad that I...
Well, I guess we can get rid of the Trish. Normal Fire Hand. Unless you have immediately another train signal.
No, unfortunately not.
It sucks that I need to take some damage here because I don't think I want to give... Actually... No, it doesn't make sense. gonna be at what, 26? I do that. Actually, is it better? Genuinely, I think it might be better. Sure. Battleface?
You're gonna swing into Shura.
I'm genuinely thinking, but
I actually think if you swing Shura, you then can then pop my Shura, and then you can swing the ice hand into the ice hand, trade with that, and then get another fire hand, and then swing the fire hand to Trish and end on an ice hand.
Yeah, I'm genuinely, because like I do that. I lose 200, you get to a special something, I pop that, I go into, it doesn't, I guess it doesn't really matter. Because I need to do that anyway. Yeah, I mean, these things are happening anyway. I guess I can make the choice after, but we will start with swinging this into trash.
Oh, okay. Go for it.
And I take 1100 and this pops, and I will pop
You're just doing the thing that I suggested in reverse. Oh, okay.
I will get an ice hand.
Yep.
I will crash our ice hands.
Yep. I will summon another hand in defense. Do I have any? Oh, I do still have some.
Yeah, I was literally like, if you're not summoning it in defense, things might get a little bit differently. Obviously, you should. Then I'm summoning a fire hand and swinging that into Trish, taking another 1100 and popping the Trish. And then we will get out this thing. I take more damage this way, but you don't get the summon of Shura, and you're only gonna have 2 cards to work with next turn, and Firehand can't beat over Ice, so I think this is the safer play, but there's still 10 million ways where I just lose here. But you gotta go for what you gotta go for. Yes, sir.
And then bounce that and swing for game.
Man,
I'm so mad I didn't get to do the fucking thing.
I mean, if you just play, good staples, you're probably gonna end up doing the good staple stuff. All right, but your set at the end of game 2 was a rat, right?
It was Magical Merchant.
Okay, sure.
You want to know why?
Because it's only the soul charge that you have, so then you can soul charge the rest of the stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is specifically to combo off.
Is that your cool thing?
The cool thing is the fact we're playing a Monster Mash deck finally, and it actually works. Because we have good cards that let you do Monster Mash things, which have not existed before. This is a deck that is completely reliant on the extra deck as a toolbox and a reactionary way of dealing with your opponent's board, instead of having to simply construct an actual sandcastle and hope that it doesn't get broken. This is an actually cool deck because of the fact that it has utility in ways that most other decks at this point do not. Like, you build a sandcastle, and I'm going to do these things, and I'm going to deal with that. We haven't had a deck like this yet because of the fact that we haven't been able to construct reactionary decks. And reactionary decks, for the most part, have had to be in I'm going to summon a bear, I'm going to send this to grave, and I'm going to destroy that. And then usually, if the deck has actual good protection, it doesn't do anything. Yeah. But in this case, my entire extra deck is designed in a way where it has a way of dealing with the majority of things that could be summoned or could end up in the grave field or anywhere else. This is purely a toolbox deck, and this is some of the most fun in terms of how to play this game in this era.
That's cool.
I
guess I was just like when you were hyping up so much, like I was expecting like something else, but that I think that's still like obviously very neat, and I like Monster Mash stuff, and like genuinely I think Super Heavy Samurai before I became degenerate was actually like a cool like idea, which I think was actually pretty neat. But that's neat.
Yeah. I'm kind of glad that it still worked, because like I specifically chose cards that I was like, okay, I mean, it's gonna keep me alive until I hit the thing.
Yeah, the Hansen Mathematician also just like being just generically like really good cards, obviously like does a lot too, because it just hands are just insanely good. The fact that they're not once per turn is crazy.
Yeah. I think that like hands are a part of hat for a reason. Like these cards are like completely fucking busted, and I don't understand how these got through any design process ever.
Also, the when you were banishing between two things, both of my things were a Photon Crusher.
Okay.
It was a very important choice. I had so many like situations where I didn't have enough. Like if I had like one more Photon Dragon in my grave, like I could have gone into Neo Galaxy as Photon Dragon, but it was always the case where I have Galaxy Zero and I have Knight, but I only have one Photon Dragon in the grave and the other one is in my hand. Like in all of those cases, if I just had those in the grave instead, like I think I had like 2 or 3 situations. I think I had at least one situation in literally every game where I could have gone for Neo if the card in my hand would have just been in the grave. I'm sad.
I think it's. I feel like you played really well in this. Like honestly, like there was instances where I was like, "How the fuck am I actually supposed to do anything here? What the fuck?"
This is
like, it felt like I was actually having to make decisions, and like not just like for the show of I got so many lines, but it felt like I gotta actually think of things that I can do here, so that I can deal with the board.
That's a neat neat way to, like you said, like a toolboxy deck is like there obviously been arguments like it's a little bit boring how the extra deck has just like in modern you get just become a toolbox, but I kind of like it because it gives you that way where you actually are playing like it's always like the boohoo Yu-Gi-Oh is a 1-player game, either player just wins or loses 2-1, but like the it's actually a lot more than that, and the toolboxy nature of like decks when you have those sorts of decks, it actually enables you to have like those, okay, in this case I can do these things, in this case I can do these things. I guess like here it's, I mean my deck was just the good cards from the set and then Galaxy Eyes, which is the one archetype that I actually play.
Yeah.
And which I literally yesterday realized that Photon Vanisher isn't until 2019, so we're gonna keep playing a jank deck until I think like around like when it gets Vanisher, when it gets the I don't remember what the like whatever the Shining Star thingy is. It's a level 8. It detaches in battle phase, doubles all your shit. Like it's that and Vanisher I feel like breathe a lot of life in that deck, but I feel like the 2019 I think it was a legendary collection actually where Vanisher came out, but I feel like at that like point is when Galaxy S goes from a jank deck to actually like proper rogue deck and actually becomes somewhat potent. Because like I think like for now it's still a like super bricky and janky like beatdown deck that doesn't really have the greatest tools to do that yet, but we're really close to Prime Photon Dragon, which at least adds to like it still remains bricky, but if you get just like literally just Knight and Photon Dragon, and already you now actually can put out it like basically damage that we haven't seen from a monster thus far. So it like it's a step in the right direction, or I don't know if right is the right word, but a step in the direction where they clearly wanted to take the archetype. So we'll get there, and I think it's cool to see the progression of also like seeing the progression of my favorite archetype as things go on.
Yeah, I like
for me, seeing my archetypes progress has not been as like impressive because the fact that, for example, Noble Knights get an immense amount of support in a really short amount of time, and Noble Knights don't get that much support until like Links come. So the majority of things, yeah, it isn't there. Yeah, that's the asshole thing that I was talking about. It's
Oh
gonna
yeah,
sound like
yeah.
that with Giant Rat, but I was like, nah, that's not fun. I'm not gonna do that. I'd rather do this. But yeah, I feel like Noble Knights and Heroes, because those are the two archetypes that I like resonate with the most. They, even though those get a lot of support, up until this point, they've just been kind of the same thing over and over and over again, and there hasn't been much like progression. There's been a lot of like good cards that have been added to it, and it's been interesting to see how it has shifted from like a breaky deck to having like actually good cards that allow me to do plays
Like
outside of
hand
just
loop your
usual
opponent.
summoning. Like hand loop my opponent, like wait, what do you mean hand loop my opponent on Heroes? No, that's not happening.
Infernobles.
Infernobles, yeah. But
It's-
Infernobles are a different beast entirely.
Yeah, it just
But
it was always, sorry to cut you off. It just like it was always like really funny to me how like thinking about it, it's like all these Arthurian tales, and there's like literally Noble Knights, and the way they win is doing literally the single most degenerate strategy that has ever existed in Yu-Gi-Oh! In hand looping.
it's not Noble Knights. Okay, it's important.
It's
They're
Noble Knights. They're
paladins.
They're still
They're
Noble
paladins.
Knights.
They're Charlemagne's 12 paladins.
Oh
They're not
my
even knights,
God.
bro.
If I wanted
not even knights.
If I wanted a history lesson, I would go on the History Channel
Bro's going on
and
the
ask
History Channel
Paavo
for a history
Kalastaja to
lesson?
return the Miakka Kivessä by the will of the Kalevala Foundation. Bro, whoever, I don't play Honkai, thank God. Whoever approved
Star not
yeah,
Third
Honkai
Impact.
Star Rail, yeah. Whoever, I mean, nobody plays Third Impact anyway. That's how we grind interactions.
Based.
There's gonna be the 3 fans that are gonna get angry. The whoever approved that shit, they have to know, like, Finland is small enough. They're not gonna start enough of an outrage, or the more likely one, which is the one that actually happens, is like they're just gonna be happy to be mentioned,
Bro, the Sami people got so fucking offended by Square Enix adding Sami people clothing into Final Fantasy XIV as a cosmetic item you could buy that they actually tried to sue Square Enix.
Okay,
The Finnish people
okay,
will definitely get that.
I mean, to be fair, like, mispronouncing the language and taking, like, cultural clothing. Obviously, I don't know if they did it, like, tastefully or not. But obviously, if they didn't do it tastefully and were just like, hey, this looks cool, let's put it in. Obviously, that's cultural appropriation. So in that case, it's, would make sense to cause a bit of an outrage. But obviously, I do not know.
Not say that appropriating like folk tales and whatnot to fit your narrative in your anime weeb gotcha game is also, but that's a discussion for a like different time. It's not for this podcast, it's for a different podcast.
True.
True.
Turn up next week for the whatever podcast that also has occasionally some Yu-Gi-Oh in there.
Quick side note before I forget. I did not activate Dandelion's effect. I was supposed to activate Dandelion's effect when I used it for Trishula to have 2 tokens on the field. I forgot about that, and I would have had other plays that I could have done after that using
because then
the
you,
big splitter.
after the like hands, you would have had the tokens as well as the hand.
Yeah.
True.
And that would have been a far more relevant situation considering that I did have cards like RDA in my extra deck. So
yeah. But then you realize you were playing against this archetype, which is like, okay, I blow my load once, and then after that, it's like, all right, can I draw the exact 3 cards that I need to get me out of this situation? What was your ratio, by the way? Since you were like mixing and matching a lot of archetypes, I'm kind of interested. Like,
I think because I only had like Shura.
Yeah, because I'm literally thinking like Soul Charge, Mathematician, the hands. Was Signal Red from this set, right?
Yes, correct. Yeah. That is from the set. Yeah, like I mostly had cards from the set because Assault Dog is also from this set. Gallus is not from this set. Gallus is in the deck because Shooting Star is a card in this.
Yeah.
Or was it Shooting something like that? The card that gives me Stardust as an archetype.
Yeah.
I got Gallus from that.
And I mean we have that thing anyway.
Yeah.
And yeah, Persephone was from the Astral Pack.
Yeah, it was from the side. Giant Rat is also from Giant Red Hand, so it's also from Legacy. I'm gonna banish all the cards that were not Legacy.
You had Did you side out of the giant red hat, or did you have any extra deck cards in your
Yes.
side?
I
Okay.
cited out a bunch of cards in my extra because in the first game I had far more like intention of playing rank 4. I
Yeah.
had giant hat. I wasn't going to. I was not intending to play giant red hat at all. I specifically put
Yeah.
it in the deck to have access to all the things that it gives me access to, like 101 Masquerade,
What
and like
even? What was there in the Astral Pack, like when it came to extra deck stuff?
the Astral Pack. There was nothing in the Astral Pack itself.
Oh, okay.
The cards that I cited were specifically for like the purpose of then citing out of the cards that I did not want in game 2 anymore.
Oh
And
yeah,
I
yeah,
also had like Lionheart in there because in game 1 I wouldn't have access to magical merchants.
Oh
And I
yeah, yeah,
figured,
yeah. True, true,
well,
true.
I'm gonna play Qualls, I'm gonna play magical merchants. If I end up in a situation where I
I
can't play
have three
Lionheart,
magical merchant. I mean, I guess Soul Charge makes
yeah,
everything like that relevant.
yeah, like if I hit a single magical merchant in turn 1 and I mill all my cards pretty much, I get my soul charge and my entire graveyard is full of creatures. So I just activate soul charge, I'm in 5 monsters, and then I'm like, well, I'm gonna deal with your board now. Or if I want to be conservative, I can activate Soul Charge, or I can activate other effects in the graveyard, such as most likely Plague Spreader, because Plague Spreader is also a really big deal in this. Because Plague Spreader, like being arguably a reusable tuner, like sure I can't use it more than one, like unless I normal summon or something.
Yeah.
But the fact that I can get it out and I can use it to climb is really big for this deck, and that's why I also went for fucking Magical Android, played Pair Psychroid in my extra deck. So I have magical android
Yeah,
as a generic level
roids.
5. Yeah.
You really went to like the bottom of the barrel for this.
As I
respect
said,
it. I think the coolest
I
part is
fucking
like getting the, because since you like obviously wanted to go for a synchro stuff, like getting the actual good like ice barrier synchros from Ice Hand. I think that's very neat.
yeah. They also Black Rose Dragon, important note. I had Black Sonic in the deck in game 1. I had 5 spells and traps. So I got Black Rose from that. With the
I
same
respect
reasoning
it because
of giant red hand. I wasn't like, well, I have black wings, therefore I have
yeah,
black Rose.
because
I was
we
like,
I don't
no.
remember actually if we ever like said that like on an episode like this, or if we were discussing it like off recording, but I remember like specifically being like it was some scenario, but I don't remember what it was, but we were specifically like, yeah, like if you want like some, for example, like Red Dragon Archfiend, like if you have what would it, I don't know why I picked that, but something like that had red in another word, like
Yeah.
like infrared something, like it wouldn't give you that. I remember us having that discussion, so obviously like that goes around that. So
For specifically magical android, I've presented the argument before that it's a roid card. It include like the deck has roid support.
yeah, I mean
Therefore,
roids
like,
are a
well,
thing because
I also
they,
had Psychroid in it.
yeah,
So
because they literally like have stuff that like talks about the excludes roids for like that. Because it's like that's why they had to put the like machine type roid monster into something, and then for whatever reason they had that, and then they decided, let's make speed roids and let's make them machines.
and that
And
way
then it
suddenly
was
everything works.
when you had to talk about those, then it was okay. Specifically, wind type roid monster. Would anyone have cared if they made speedroids not machines and instead made them something else, like plants?
I mean, if they made them
not.
psychics, for example,
Yeah,
it would have
exactly.
been broken. Because like
'Cause
then you would be
Android-
like yeah, Android. There's a billion Android cards. Also, technically, if Jinzo, I think. No, Jinzo Ningen. He's Android Psycho, isn't? No, he's Psychic Shocker. Never mind. Because it's Jinzo Ningen, which is Android Human Psycho Shocker. That's Jinzo's name in Japanese.
Yeah.
I was thinking like, would Jinzo be a part of Roid?
God, I don't blame the card design team when they have to consider Frog the Jam and everything else like that when they're designing anything ever. But
Also-
I respect you like going so deep with that. I like with that word. I'm always like pretty lazy about it. I have like the obvious stuff where it's like, okay, if we have drain something, okay, we get stuff from that. Skill is something that's recurring. Okay, if there's a pot of card, I'll put one in to get pot of greed, and that's it.
Yeah.
I also have to point out Star Eater is in this because Shooting Star is in this.
Yeah.
It's not because of Stardust, it's Shooting Star. I know I'm defying all the cards that I've picked, but like I feel
You
like
earlier already talked about the shooting star with the Gallista Star base, so yeah. That's
yeah,
fine.
yeah, yeah, it's the same reasoning as both of those. Yeah, I'm actually kind of happy with this deck, and I feel like if I had these cards in like 2014 when we were playing at locals, I would have built this deck.
It's definitely
This
very
is
neat.
yeah, this is a deck that is based off of a similar deck that I saw back in the day being played by somebody at locals,
Good
the
old
Magical Merchant
plagiarism.
Infernoids, and he had Magical Merchant with Reasoning. That was after Soul Charge was already banned, so he did not play Soul Charge. But I don't think Soul Charge even does anything for Infernoids. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
He played Reasoning, Monster Gate, and Magical Merchant, and he just banked on drawing into one of these three, and then eventually hoped to pop off. And then he
Yeah.
always fucking did, and he always fucking won because it was what the fuck, criminal ass deck. He was like the only good player at locals for the longest time.
Yeah, the veteran, has been there since the dawn of the game, and already
I
when Yu-Gi-Oh
learned
started,
recent
he
lore.
was there. Oh,
Literally, like I learned recent lore that back in the day he used to play in the like LGS.
oh, nice.
Like another LGS, and he used to play Yu-Gi-Oh there, and he used to play super unconventional decks there as well. I was like, damn, that sounds about right.
A Rogue Warrior, huh? Gotta respect
Fucking
that. But this is definitely very neat and a good contrast to what we had last week. Cause I'm pretty sure even with all our talking, I think like the match portion of the whole thing like ended up being like 27 minutes. I'm pretty sure the whole episode. Well, let me actually check. I'm pretty sure the whole episode actually came out to under an hour, which is very rare
That's
for
impressive.
us. Yeah,
That's actually crazy.
57 minutes, which is crazy. Because I think it was like pretty cleanly half and half, like literally all the other stuff and then the match. So I'm pretty happy that we got an actual like proper all the way game 3 in this one. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. I guess I'll do this. I'll check just what we have for next week because I forget. Primal Origin. Okay, so
That is the final set.
the final set of Zexal. And then before we go into actually no, yeah, Duelist Alliance there I was like remembering like there was some complimentary sets after that, but yeah, no. It's literally Duelist Alliance right after that, so I think Primal Origin got some more Galaxy S cards, so most likely you'll see me on that joint once more, but
I will warn you
we'll
beforehand.
see.
We will be seeing Noble Knights.
Go for it, man.
Pretty sure Noble Knights should be in here. Pretty sure they should be in here.
Okay.
Because I remember. Oh yeah, there we are. Yeah.
Isn't there a last wave of support for like the
For
OG
a while.
Noble Knights?
Not the last wave support. The last wave support contains Kustenin and Isolde,
Gotcha.
who are from Link Era, so
Yeah.
multiple years from now.
I forgot those were a thing. I thought at that point Infernobles were already a thing, but I guess I didn't realize how recent Infernobles are.
Infernobles are like 2018 onwards, I'm pretty sure.
Still
Also, I
older
checked
than a
the ratio.
Photon Vanisher, man. Shit.
I checked the ratio. I had about, I think, 27 cards from the set, and the rest were like cards that I put as kind of filler, and that I could then like soul charge out.
Yeah.
Like I had Bazoos in here. I could have gone for a clean 40 cards by removing the Bazoos, but I found the Bazoo funny enough to play.
Funny monkey.
It was just like, if this hits the field, and if there's something I can swing over, it'll be funny.
That's fair enough.
Dude, I just realized I'm fucking stupid. I could play Dimension Fusion. Fuck. I could play Fusion cards, and I could play Dimension Fusion, and had double whammy. Yo, I could have had such a good deck.
What could have been? I think overall, still like it was a very, very good episode, and we were also I'm probably not gonna add this in anymore because it's not a rule. Where it's mostly just basically, and I actually I broke it there, but I guess there it kind of didn't matter. But it was mostly we just kind of agreed like, hey, we're gonna stop like forfeiting if the game ending would end the set. Like for example, like there, like it's 1-1, so technically like me forfeiting would have been against those things, but obviously it was literally just okay, I put my thing back to my hand and then Jeexx swings into me, so it doesn't really matter. Mostly just there where we have well, I don't want to say last week's case, for example, where it was literally like, I think like my turn one in both games, and you were just like, bro, it's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
So
I draw 3-dimensional prison in both games, and he pulls out 2 Azure Dragons back to back. Okay.
Yeah, so it's mostly there, so we actually get the decks to do something. So it's like, once again, still like forfeiting when you haven't still lost the game is fair game, because obviously then you're concealing information that might help you win the next one when it's already doomed. But we'll try to hold from prematurely forfeiting in the other one. So I guess for that, like, yeah, but I did, like, it doesn't matter because the game was over anyway. But
yeah, it was over at that moment.
Yeah. So. But if it's like also, something where, go ahead.
I wanna add, I'm really sad that I didn't get to do the magical merchant thing, because I think that would have been, it would have been super gamba. It could have been kind of hype, not gonna lie, you know.
Imagine you do that and then you just immediately rip the soul charge.
Like how I immediately ripped the soul charge with Gallus.
Yeah. Literally the like just top card. You have 43 cards. It's literally at that point like 3 out of 30 probably something. And then it's like, all right. Didn't want it anyway.
Pain. Fucking pain.
That's how it be sometimes. But there are cards that mention soul, and soul charge is a pretty good one. So I'm guessing that we'll probably see that a couple more times. And once again, when we do the anime episode, if we allow some banned cards, probably gonna see that there, unless something crazy comes up.
I think out of all the banned cards that we have had like introduced over this period of time, this is the most like, why the fuck did they print this?
Yeah, I think it's like overall just up there. Like if we're just looking at all the banned cards like ever, I think Soul Charge is up there with like Graceful Charity and Painful Choice in like just the best cards they've ever printed in this game.
Dimension Fusion is broken on multiple levels. It is a card that costs 2,000 life points, which is pitiful, and it has the ability to summon any number banished monsters, right? And multiple times per turn, because you can activate it more than once.
Yeah.
But it's still like Soul Charge is from the graveyard. It is so much easier to achieve this, and also Dimension Fusion doesn't remove your battle phase, which is also important.
Yeah.
But still, like, Soul Charge on paper just seems like you printed Dimension Fusion for the graveyard in a like era where we have cards in the extra deck that can just win the game by coming on board.
Yeah, I think those two are like very close, but it's like it's basically like potato, tomato, tomato. It's the same thing. Both of them are some of the strongest cards ever printed in this game that they ever will print. Hopefully. Touch wood. Because, God. Imagine something like that power level today, like how much that would pitch on the secondary market too.
I mean, when you consider the reality that every single deck in the game can do the same thing as Soul Charge can, or like every single top deck can do the same thing as Soul Charge can, but not remove your battle phase, it's also kind of disgusting. Like, Soul Charge is still banned because if you added this to any deck, it just immediately makes the game less, like, I don't want to say skill intensive, or like less. Like, I don't think Soul Charge itself is like a card that removes skill in the game. It just makes it a little
we love Saki cards here. I miss
cards,
Monster Reborn, man.
Bro, you could just play Monster Reborn again next time.
I mean, most things have Monster in so. Actually, wait, Wild Monster appears is somewhere around this era too. Gotta keep that in mind.
Oh, next it doesn't have a single card with Monster in its name.
I think
Reborn.
I don't know why that's suddenly. I swear, Wild Monster appears as like, to the like very start of the Pendulum era. Am I crazy? Okay, this recording has gone for a long time. That's the last thing that we're gonna check, and then we'll get out of it.
Secrets of Eternity. So that's 3 sets into Pendulum. Correct.
Oh,
pretty sure. No, it's Duelist Alliance, New Challenger, and yeah, it's Secrets of Eternity. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is literally start of 2015. We're currently in 2014, right? So
Correct. Super, let's fucking go.
but yeah,
Who's hype?
Oh, sorry.
Who's hype for Quackimero support?
Shout out that one guy that exists on this earth that plays Kokimaru and cares about.
He's Finnish, by the way.
Okay, well,
He also played at locals. I'm not even kidding. He played vampires and Quackimero.
okay,
and
vampire is
spellbooks.
base. I like vampires. That's something that I definitely want to play at some point, but they need some of the more modern support before that happens. Because bro, vampire bust is not a strategy I'm willing to go into.
Bro, the set that has Wild Monster appears has Pot of Riches in it.
Oh,
And it has Soul Strike in it.
Oh baby, Pot of Greed and Soul Charge.
And Avarice if you really want it. Bro, it's so over.
You're gonna have like 5 different super shitty like garnets from the set just so you can get like all the broken shit from the ruling. That's gonna be funny.
Well, yeah, of course you are.
But yeah, I don't remember how long our game 1 was, but the game 2 recording has gone on for over an hour and 10. And so I think we're gonna get out of here. So thank you all for watching, and we will see you next time for the finale of Zexal before we enter the Pendulum era. And like I said before, like that is the era where I literally know so little, and I've never played a Pendulum deck in my life, which is equally terrifying and exciting. So look forward to that. But first, Primal Origin next week. So we'll catch you all gamers there. And anything you want to say, Jeexx? Awesome. Thank you for watching, y'all, and we will see you next week. Peace.